Buonasera, buonasera, come state? Spero che voi stiate tutti bene e che abbiate passato un buon sabato. Aspettate un attimo. Allora, come vedete è iniziata ufficialmente questa sera la campagna di sensibilizzazione per l'Ucraina. Adesso come vedete appunto ci sono già state delle donazioni, c'è già un top donator, ci sono varie cose. Come vedete ho messo anche il bannerino che pop-up di qui e di là, c'è anche il, come si chiama? Il QR code, poter scansionare per essere più veloci, oppure c'è il punto esclamativo dona, il quale appunto scrivendo dona, per esempio, c'è tutto questa roba qua. Vi ricordo anche che cosa? Mm, vi ricordo anche che naturalmente non siamo solo in due a fare questa offerta, questa raccolta, ma siamo in moltissimi streamer, tra cui alcuni Pichu, eh, Ricky Shimaru, Luke Sparrow, da quello che ho capito anche solo Umido, cioè vari streamer di varie grandezze. Quindi partendo da me, che tanto se avrò 2 o 3 persone, fino a naturalmente persone che hanno una media di 500, 600 o anche più persone. Detto questo, che cosa c'è d'altro? Niente di che, quindi si può partire col gioco. Controlliamo un attimo qui la schermata. Ok, non è questa la schermata che mi serve, ma è questa qua. Come vedete ho cercato di sistemare un po' tutte le impaginazioni. Quindi gioco? No, ma in gioco vecchio. Potrebbe essere che, sebbene io prenda tutto lo schermo, non si veda tutto il gioco, perché appunto c'è il bannerino qua sopra. Capita, sono dettagli. Ok. Mm, quindi, a detta di ciò, dov'è che è? Qua. Questo gioco l'abbiamo iniziato l'11 dicembre, però poi lo finiremo, eh. Vediamo. Attenzione, l'audio può essere molto alto all'inizio. Così. Ciao Luca Di Massimo. Benvenuto, benvenuto. Non so che comando è. Comunque non ce l'abbiamo questo canale quel comando. Comunque benvenuto, benvenuto. Ho appena visto che un Anonymous ha donato 200 euro come si dice, alla nostra campagna di sensibilizzazione a favore dell'Ucraina. Grazie mille Anonymous. Non so se ha donato ovviamente nella mia live o in qualche altra live. Comunque ringrazio enormemente. Come va Luca? Aspettate un attimo. Ok, era saltato tutto. Da quanto seguo lo streamer? Ah, non lo so, allora proverò ad implementarlo. Se è un comando, magari, come si dice? Cioè, ci guardiamo un attimo. Magari si chiama con un altro nome, seguendo i miei standard. Allora, andiamo, eh. Mm, mm. Io tutto bene. Mia nonna fortunatamente, che cosa? Lunedì la dimettono dall'ospedale e con una nuova cura e basta. Quindi tutto nella norma. Allora, sto vedendo e essenzialmente quel comando lì mi sa che lo dovrò implementare perché non ce l'ho in questi qua generali. No, mi spiace. Comunque se fai punto esclamativo cmd potrai vedere tutti i comandi disponibili col punto esclamativo. Oh, ok. Allora questo impostato, ritorniamo di qua e via. Carica partita. Dove eravamo rimasti? Eravamo rimasti che dovevamo scappare dalla via. Conosci già questo gioco? Un attimo che qui mi arrivano messaggi. Ok, mi stanno informando di cibo. Ovviamente devo anche fare un'altra cosa. Ok, allora. Vediamo un po' se ce l'ho veramente. Condividi questo profilo. Non lo posso fare da qui. A posto. Allora, abbiamo parlato col ragazzino, quindi proviamo a girarci intorno.
A dream habitat for frogs and swamp
Rane e
plants.
piante paludose, ma
But
non
that wasn't
credo che
ever the
questo fosse
plan
il
for
piano
sure.
originale.
Whoever the guy is, and
Chiunque sia quel
judging by
tipo
his
e a giudicare
clothing,
dai suoi
I bet
vestiti,
he
credo
never
che non
reckoned
avrebbe
on
mai
ending up
pensato di
standing in a
finire in
swamp.
una palude. Andiamo avanti. Ah, direttamente. C'è ancora il rubinetto. Quanti
A
ricordi.
completely filthy water tap. Well, who'd have thought it? It still works.
Funziona.
A certainly old, but
Amichetta da giardino.
a water hose, which apparently they used to use to blast the garden. Ah, it's had it. There's a
Bella
huge
che è
rip in it
andata,
about
uno
a
strappo
meter long.
lungo, almeno un
There's
metro,
probably
forse
water
l'acqua
in
che
it over the
c'era
winter, and
all'interno
when
si
it
è
froze, it'll have
girato
burst.
durante l'inverno e ha provocato il ghiaccio. Prendiamo la manichetta rotta.
Hoses have been real useful to me up till now. Hopefully the same goes for this one. This lamp definitely
Questa lampada
hasn't
non viene
worked for
accesa da
eons,
eoni.
and for sure is never
Sicuramente non
going to again.
funzionerà mai più. Mai più!
Wrecked, like everything here.
Qui lo vedo poco probabile.
That's where someone either tried to
Probabilmente
climb
qui
into the
qualcuno ha
entrance,
provato a
or
ricavare
the wall fell down through old
il
age.
muro è crollato a causa del tempo.
Behind the wall is where a kind of moat begins, maybe 4 or 5 meters deep. This wall is definitely just as old as the tower, and just as shaky. I had to keep away from it. The only function of the wall seems to be to hold up the gate. I won't disturb it.
Va bene.
The bowl is full to the brim with
La
water.
fontana è piena
The
d'acqua
outlet's
fino
probably
all'orlo,
blocked
probabilmente
so
lo
that the
sbocco è
rainwater can't
otturato in
escape.
modo che l'acqua piovana non fuoriesca. Verso la palude.
A tree's blocking the way, but I reckon I can climb over the trunk.
Dai. Perfetto.
Oh, damn! That could also have gone in my eye.
Poteva anche finirmi in un occhio.
Luckily, it seems to have
Per
not rained
fortuna
here for a
sembra che
while.
qui
That's
piova
why
da
the
un bel
morass is
po'. Ecco
relatively
perché il
hard
terreno
and
paludoso
dry.
si è mantenuto.
Otherwise, I would have sunken deeper
Altrimenti sarei
and
affondato
might
ben
not have
più in
been able to get
profondità e
out on
avrei
my own.
grado di uscire. Perfetto.
Luckily, it seems to have not rained here for a while. That's why the morass is relatively hard and dry. Otherwise, I would have sunken deeper and might not have been able to get out on my own. Luckily, it's otherwise I would have...
Ok. Carrucola. È un pollo con carrucola?
A pulley, somewhat battered and weathered. But it still works.
Lo prendo.
Looks useful. I'll take it with me.
Scale.
Huh. It's a miracle that the stairs haven't collapsed, but I'm still not gonna step on them.
Ok. Vasca per l'acqua.
Is that also some kind of grave? Nope. Rather more
Sembra
like a
piuttosto una
water
vasca
basin.
per l'acqua.
There's about a
Pianta
centimeter of
acquatico e
duckweed
spesso
floating
il
on the water.
cemento, galleggia di alberi.
Three very similar
Alberi
trees,
molto simili,
all about as thick
tutti
as an arm,
spessi quasi quanto un
about
braccio.
3 or 4 meters
Sono
tall and pretty
trovati a
bent over
esposizione
by the
del
wind.
vento. Monolite.
A monument. And there's more behind. Maybe some kind of family plot.
Può darsi.
Strange. None of the graves look like they're from recent years. Most of the stones must have been standing there for decades. The trees only have their first branches quite high up, and barely any
Hanno
leaves.
davvero poche foglie.
They're
Ovviamente
obviously not doing
non
too
sono
well,
in gran
but
salute.
they're still too thick to break them and bring them down.
Che li dovrei buttare giù? Che spavento.
The statues are of veiled women, grieving for the dead. In their book it says... nothing.
E proposito, a che cosa sono dovuti? Donato 100 euro. Allora, grazie mille Rebecca. Qui andiamo veloce. Train. Penso che dovremmo aumentare il go. Ok, entriamo nella cripta.
Huh. The ground's real soft everywhere
È
here.
molle. Credo di
I think
trovarmi
it
in
must
una
be a
sorta di
swamp.
calone. Scommetto che ogni
I bet
volta
as
che
soon as
piove
it
qui dentro
rains, you
sì,
can't put one foot in
appoggiare
front of
un
the
piede
other.
davanti all'altro.
This building must be the
Questo
only one you
edificio
can
deve
still
essere
get into.
l'unico se non posso entrare.
Little Van
Sarcofago.
Helsing reckoned that Angelina had spent a long time
Detto
messing
che
around the tomb here.
Angelina passate
And
diverso
here's the
tempo
lid,
per il naso.
not lying squarely on the
Ok.
sarcophagus. There are some stone
Ci sono
chips
delle
which have come
schegge
off
di
the
pietra
edge.
cadute dal
Doesn't
soffitto.
look all too old. Angelina had opened the sarcophagus. That much is clear. But why?
Why? Salviamo.
I don't know why Angelina had lifted the lid off the sarcophagus. The question is, how can I do that?
Posso
The
riuscirci?
lid must
Questa
weigh
lastra
several
peserà
hundred
almeno un
kilos.
centinaio di
Angelina must have definitely had some kind of suitable equipment on hand, as opposed to me.
statue.
Could be Poseidon. Well,
Poseidone
the statue's got a trident in its hand at least.
dal tridente.
The lid
Soffitto
is partly
cadente.
fallen in. That would appear to have been a few years back, though. The lid is partly fallen.
Statua?
A stone figure holding weighing scales. The scales are empty.
Cinghie di carico.
There are two belts. They look like carrion slings. And they look new.
Le prendo.
The belts are a ripstop weave. They'll sure hold quite a bit. This stone statue is covered in moss, like the others. It's carrying a metal shield. Unusual. The shield hasn't been moved in years. False alarm. In horror stories,
Sarcofago.
there's always secret passageways under sarcophaguses like this. And they always lead down into secret underground chambers. In reality, though, I think I can exclude that idea. There are only probably some horrible beetles and corpse-eating maggots in there.
Ok. Vediamo un po' se ho il materiale
I
necessario.
can't get the lid open using the pulley on its own. A good plan. Unfortunately, the thing doesn't have hooks. I can't get the lid open using the... I'll place the sling around the back right corner and the other around the front left one.
Ok,
The slings are
in un
exactly long
angolo.
enough to touch in the middle. Great idea. Oh, but sadly I've forgotten my crane. You know, the one I wanted to hang the pulley from?
Mm.
A good plan.
No. Apertura.
Obviously a wild, romantic place. Only the stinking swamp outside ruins the atmosphere. Obviously a wild...
Ma non c'è niente? Sembra di no. C'è un uncino.
A hook. It still looks pretty sound despite the rust. I could use the hook. Ah, it's damn well fixed. I'm not gonna get it out with my bare hands.
Mm.
It's a
Rimesse
miracle that so much of the house is still standing after the tree smashed into it.
Non c'è nulla di utile?
Nothing interesting to see. The roof has caved in and buried the room below it. No chance. The door's wedged. And even if it wasn't, the building looks likely to fall down any minute anyway.
Perfetto.
No. I don't need to strain myself there. It's well fixed. No. I don't need to
Una
strain myself
slugatura.
there. It's well fixed.
No?
That could have been a tower at one time.
Mm.
The princess would have been locked in the top, waiting for her knight in shining armor. Who knows what's waiting there now? I'm pretty sure that there's something interesting inside. I can't get inside from here.
Ok.
The rip in the pipe is so big that I can just as well let the water splash onto the ground.
Diamogli la sua macchinina.
Hey, look!
Ooh, my car!
I don't know what I could ask him at the moment.
Ok.
He's still tied up and unconscious.
Stendardi.
Some kind of banners or flags. Strange that no one's taken them. These things usually stand for history and tradition. And would somebody who lives in a castle like to have them with them? On the other hand, if you wanted to leave everything behind you, then probably these things would be the first.
Tranquilli, ho un piano.
I don't think that the piano's gonna help me again.
Telefono? Turno?
Well, I do know I'm in Wales, and I could certainly get it out of the kid exactly where in Wales. But before I ring the police, I need to find out what Angelina was after here. So, no police.
Che palle.
What a dump. The castle looks like it's been fighting a battle with nature for the past 10 years. And lost.
Che abbia perso.
I can't believe that someone still lives here. Everything's so run down and overgrown. Only this window has been nailed shut. The others were left unprotected and so for the most part are broken. It looks like the occupiers moved out in a hurry. Or they didn't care about what happened to the castle.
Picchetto e ascia. Perfetto.
Approximately a 30-centimeter long sharpened wooden stake. The little guy's hatchet. Oh, it's seen better days. Can I just borrow the hatchet?
Yeah, of course.
E anche il
I
picchetto.
really doubt that there are vampires here.
Oh, niente picchetto.
I don't know what I could ask.
Vediamo un po'.
I'll try to loosen the hook using the hatchet.
Va bene.
That worked amazingly well.
Mm.
Well, okay. Let's give it a go. Oh,
Siamo morti. E ho salvato tantissimo indietro. Non troppo. Ho un salvataggio doppio. Non fa male. Mm.
the piece with the rip can't be repaired. I'll cut that bit out. Okay, now I've got 2 halfway usable hose ends.
Che bello che qui puoi morire in qualsiasi maniera.
Both pieces of hose are too short to be able to do anything with them. I have to join the 2 back together somehow.
Mm. In che modo?
I had to cut the hose into 2 pieces when I removed the part with the rip in it. If I want to have a long hose again, then I'm gonna have to somehow connect up the 2 pieces, making a watertight joint.
Devo vedere se c'è... No.
This'll take a while. The axe is real blunt. Okay, I felled the trees and trimmed the trunks for a good 1.5 meters. The tree trunks are about an arm's thickness.
Ok.
Now, how does that go? You can somehow rig up a tripod out of 3 pieces of wood. So, and then like so. Yep, exactly. And now, 1 tripod. Just has to be erected now. I'll position it as well as I can over the sarcophagus.
Perfetto. Almeno non ci muoio.
I'll hang the pulley on the rope. I'll try to get as much of the rope as I can.
Ci muoio?
The length just makes it. Real careful. I hope it's gonna hold.
Ok.
What have we got here? Steps leading down.
Mm.
The gap is big enough to squeeze through. I only hope that my rig up doesn't collapse as soon as I'm in.
E dove cavolo siamo finiti?
Whoa. Now where's this then? Looks like the inside of a tower.
Siamo entrati nella torre.
And here's some kind of crater in the floor. Looks like something's exploded here.
Decisamente è esploso qualcosa.
The safe survived the explosion undamaged, I'd say. These burns may have well come from a welding set. The kid reckoned that Angelina looked real pleased with herself. Somehow she must have got the safe open. Now what have we got here? A combination lock. But not with numbers, with letters.
Ok. BRCU. Scudo.
Sheesh. I can only guess here. Looks like there
Macerie.
wasn't any fire. There's no charring in the rubble. An explosion which caused this kind of damage in a closed space? So Richard wouldn't have stood a chance.
Quello che sappiamo.
There's paper lying everywhere. Most of it soaked through from rainwater. Huh. Here's a folder. It's only
Solo da
right
un
in one
lato.
corner.
Posteriori.
The poster survived the explosion relatively undamaged. It was probably hit squarely by the pressure wave and then pressed against the wall. Here's a table showing the occurrences of blood groups.
Ancora quel vecchio documento. Giro ancora.
Here's a table showing the...
Tubo.
A piece of plastic tube. Okay, I'll stick it in. Rather light. The walls of the pipe are thin. Maybe it belongs to part of a ventilation system or something. Yeah, great. The tube fits exactly in the hose.
Inadatto.
But if I heat it up first, it ought to expand. And then I could connect the two hose ends.
Fiamma ossidrica.
Whoa, hey, a welding torch. Angelina was using some heavy gear. But it doesn't look like it's been used. The safe wasn't cut open.
Esplode tutto?
Works perfectly, but it's not gonna help me much with the safe. No idea how that's supposed to go. If I heat up the plastic tube, it'll expand. Then the ends of the hose will fit into the tube.
Dai, dai che ci è arrivato.
I think that'll do. It fits. Just wait a bit while it cools down. Done. It's a pretty close fit on the hose. No more water's getting out of there. When the water flows through it, that'll cool the tube down completely.
E quindi si stringerà ancora di più. Perfetto.
I can't get through there. The passage has collapsed a few meters in. Chains, wrought iron rings, crudely hewn stones. Not exactly what you'd call modern craftsmanship. Rather more like a Frankenstein movie.
Squarcio.
Whether the crack goes back to the explosion or appeared later, I don't know. Whichever the case, it doesn't look good. Logic tells me that the tower has been standing like this for years, and so the chances are pretty damn slim that it's all of a sudden gonna collapse this minute, just while I'm here. But my gut tells me that I shouldn't stay here any longer than I absolutely need to.
Va bene.
Newspaper cuttings.
12 anni fa, quindi siamo nel...
12 years ago, William Gordon in fatal accident, Willow Creek. William Gordon fell on Tuesday from his studio in the tower of his home due to unknown causes. Blah, blah, blah. William
Suicidio?
Gordon, suicide. As the police today announced, we are now dealing with the fall of the master of Blackmere Castle, close by the village of Willow Creek. In all probability, a suicide. Here's another piece a week later. Grim serial murders in Willow Creek. Blah, blah, blah. Latest victim of Bloody Trail, Vic Valley, just 12 years old. According to police sources, his body was found next to a stone circle in the woods. The condition of the corpse gives reason to suspect a ritual killing. Another 2 weeks later. Main suspect in Willow Creek murders identified. As Scotland Yard has announced, it has been established that at 3 of the murder scenes, there are signs which suggest the involvement of Samuel Gordon, the grandson of William Gordon, who was killed last month. Samuel Gordon was found dead 2 weeks ago at the foot of one of the towers of Blackmere Castle. Apparently the tower from which his grandfather had previously...
Blah 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 blah.
Huh. Reports about the murder fest in Willow Creek 12 years ago. No wonder that Sir Richard was interested in it. William was his brother.
Bam, bam, bam. Non penso che possa scrivere sangue. Non posso neanche scrivere mirror. Black? Può darsi. Blood? Sangue? Sangue.
Sheesh, I can only guess here. Newspaper articles about Samuel Gordon's an absolute feast. Here's a table showing the occurrence.
A BPA 0. Vaffanbagno. Un contenuto di metallo, diversi campioni di sangue,
The metal
proprio
holder with several blood samples.
campione di liste di
The boy
nomi
mentioned
collati
that
sul retro della
there's a
cassaforte.
number on
Ora
each
diamo
sample,
un'occhiata.
and there's a list of names stuck on the back of the safe. Now let's see. Weird.
Sono
The numbers
Richard
1 to
Gordon e
5 are
William
missing.
Gordon.
That's Richard Gordon and William Gordon. Gordon's blood. What does Angelina want with that? Does she need it herself or something? Does she want to stop it getting into other people's hands? Whatever it is, I can't trust
Giusto.
her anymore. She's in this thing somehow and she's lied to me. I ought to drive back to Willow Creek. Maybe she's turned up there in the meantime. And then we'll see.
No.
Whoa, you've been in the crypt? Are there coffins in there?
Yeah, but no vampires.
Shame.
Well, what is it then?
A car! The other man's back!
The other kidnapper? Huh. Thanks for the
Okay.
warning. Okay, run home and tell your parents they should call the police, okay?
Corri!
I've got to be careful. Tom won't be too happy that I've disappeared.
Dobbiamo costruire la trappola. Salviamo.
It's on. For a start, I ought to position the other end of the hose somewhere.
Ci arriva.
The hose is in position. Okay, good.
Verso il castello.
That ought to do it.
Andiamo.
Tom's car's back
E
there.
niente.
Maybe I could hotwire it and...
I don't care what's happened to your head, you useless pisswit. Make sure you get the old cow on the phone. I'll look for that
Me la
bastard.
fu.
I'm never gonna get to the car. Tom would see me and I think I've seen a weapon. Looks like there are two options. I can wait here for the police and then explain to them for hours on end what's going on here. Or I can lay a trap for Tom and then steal his car. Down there's just stone and junk. Perhaps a few objects from the Middle Ages. Swords, armor, that sort of
C'è
thing.
tutta sta
But
cosa
that's
per
for
poi
archaeologists to
prendermelo
worry
in.
about. From here, it doesn't look all that different. But I've pumped at least 20 gallons of water into the
So
ground.
cosa mi dice il
It'll be
diario?
noticeably softer than before.
In qualche modo devo riuscire a superare te. Mm.
Okay, let's hope everything works as planned. Hey! Tom!
Dimmi che salta, dimmi che salta.
Stop! Stay where you are! Don't move or I'll shoot.
And I'd bet that'd be the highlight of your last 5 minutes on Earth.
Perfetto.
Get me out of here!
Huh, why should I? Weren't you gonna shoot me just now?
I wanna get out of here!
Then throw your weapon into the swamp and give me your car keys.
I'll...
You'll what? Die in utter misery?
Che è successo? Un'altra donazione.
There. Now get
Ringrazio
me out of
tantissimo
here.
per tutte le
Not so
donazioni.
fast.
Guardate la popolazione.
What's going on with Angelina? Is she involved with all this?
I've already told you. I don't know any Angelina.
Tja, I'm inclined to doubt that. She was only in the village a few days ago.
Then I didn't see her.
You would certainly have noticed her.
One more time. I don't know any Angelina, and there was nobody sniffing around the village either. Except you, okay? Throw me a bloody rope, will you? Or something or other.
Who ordered you to kidnap me?
You're supposed to pull me out of this.
Was it this secret society?
I don't know anything about a
E
secret
portarti qui.
society.
Ok.
The order. That means nothing to you?
Yeah. Okay. I was supposed to find you, knock you out, and bring you here.
And then?
She was going to call me on the phone and give me further instructions.
She.
A woman. Sounded quite old. No idea who she is.
And she didn't want me staying in Willow Creek?
Yeah. I was supposed to bring you here as soon as possible.
Do you know who belongs to the order?
No idea. I've only ever seen these nutters over by the mine. They were wearing masks. I don't know who they all were.
All right then. I'm gone. The police will be here soon.
Yeah.
Get me
Siamo
out
scappati.
of here!
Why? Do you seriously believe you're gonna be sucked to the bottom? Idiot.
Una lettera per lei? Addirittura.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a letter delivered for you.
Leggiamo questa lettera.
Who delivered it?
I don't know. It was in the hotel's post box, but there's no stamp on it, so it must have been delivered personally.
Non credo di essere stata onesta in fondo con te. Sono coinvolta nella faccenda di Willow Creek di Black
Hey,
Mirror.
it's from Angelina.
Ormai mi sono venuta a Bifford con
Dear
l'idea di
Darren, I haven't
C'è
been
imbattuta
completely
in
honest.
qualcosa che non posso
I've been
spiegarti.
concerned with Willow Creek in Black
Posso
Mirror
solo dire
for
che
some
sei in
time,
pericolo.
and it was
C'è
you
un
I was
gruppo di
looking for a
persone
bit
che è
of
a
a...
caccia del tuo
I
sangue.
stumbled upon something there that I don't want to
Vi
write about here.
seguivano già
I can only
da
tell you
quando
this much.
eri nel
You
Maine.
are in danger.
Mi
There's a
hanno
group of
scoperta
people
qui a
who are
Willow
out to
Creek,
kill
sono
you.
riuscita a scappare
They
e
were already
intanto
after
sono
you in Maine.
nascosta in un
They
posto
caught me
sicuro.
here in Willow
Solo
Creek.
oggi ho saputo
I
che sei
managed to
qui.
escape and I've been hiding in a safe place since
Ti
then.
spiegherò
I found
tutto e
out
spero
today
che
that
tu
you
possa
are.
perdonarmi.
I'll explain everything to you and
No,
hope
sono
that
certo
you'll
che mi
forgive me.
perdonerai dopo che
No,
racconti
I know
la
that you'll
tremenda
forgive me. You know
verità.
the dreadful truth.
Vieni al vecchio
Come
faro
to the old
stanotte alle
lighthouse
11,
tonight at
sicuro
11
che
o'clock.
nessuno ti segue.
Make sure
Ti
that no
spiegherò
one
tutto una
follows
volta
you.
lì.
I'll explain
Insieme
everything
riusciremo
to
a
you there.
mettere la parola
Together we
fine
can
a
put
tutta
an end
questa
to this whole thing.
uscita. Guardati le
Take care of
spalle e non
yourself.
fidate di
And
nessuno.
trust
Non
no
puoi
one.
immaginare quanti
You
di
don't
loro
know who might belong
facciano
to
parte
you.
dell'ordine. Angelina.
Angelina.
Mm.
Huh. Angelina's alive. That's the good news. But what kind of a game is she playing? Can I trust her? She lied to me. She knew about this place the whole time. Huh. And I'm sure she wasn't unfamiliar with Reginald Boris either. The question is, what side is she on? What's she up to? Either way, I'm gonna find out this evening at the lighthouse. But I should take some precautions. The only place where I'll get a few honest answers is in the
Ok.
Chronicle of the Gordons. Once I know which role the Order plays, perhaps I can deduce what game Angelina's playing. I've gotta find a way to read the Chronicle in the museum. No. I don't know what I could ask Murray right now. Even if there was something interested in the guest book, I'm sure Murray wouldn't give me a look. The hotel's reputation, you understand? Oh man. Even if there was something, the hotel's
Ok.
a big house plant in a hefty flower pot. No idea what type it is. I know nothing about them. I can't find anything exciting. The plants.
Moquette.
A white painted ribbed radiator. The heat. I don't see anything. I can't tell when that might have happened. Could be a few hours old. A round metal plate.
Off un bagno non entra più, è baccato di coperchi.
There are 5 rings on the cover, and they turn. There's an animal symbol engraved on each ring.
Papini. Piove.
I'm not gonna allow myself a nap while I still have it.
Chiuso?
The pub
Dove
shut.
vai?
No wonder. Some hand towels which have been hung out to dry. The rooms above a pub are traditionally inhabited by the landlord and his
Ok.
family. Even from down here, you can still see stains on the towels. But I don't need one anyway.
Era chiuso? C'è un turista.
I wouldn't know what to talk about with these two. I wouldn't.
Mi metto nell'armadio?
Bobby's gone, but I'm not gonna get my hands on the book as long as these tourists are around. Perhaps I could hide and wait until the museum closes. A great place. So I've just gotta wait. The museum closes in an hour.
Perfetto.
Hard to believe that I really did fall asleep. But it's only just after 9, and I've got enough time to have a look at the Chronicle and then go to the lighthouse. It's damn dark here. Good that at least a few lights are left on overnight.
Deve stare al di fuori per controllare conversazioni. Possibile giurisdizione territoriale.
And therefore, our brotherhood should operate in the spirit of this great man for all time. It shall serve beyond the dominion of the church, free of all the conventions, and over and above all earthly jurisdiction. Commit yourselves only to your one aim, that you may take control of that higher power. Our great strength lies in our secrecy. We stand in the darkness, in the shadows, and look into the light, invisible to all who may impede us. For if no one knows we exist, then we cannot be stopped. Therefore, my brothers, hold to these rules. The members of the order shall not be known to one another. Only the high priest of the order shall be able to call every member by name and rank. At order assemblies, every brother shall be masked so that none may recognize him. No outsider may be informed by the order, neither purposely nor through carelessness. Be wary, my brothers. Behave inconspicuously, but be wary. The day on which you must prove yourselves will come sooner than you think. And therefore our brotherhood should operate in this. It shall for if no one. Therefore, my brothers, hold the members at order. No outs. Be wary, my brothers.
Non lo posso forzare. La chiave era quella
Lock
giusta.
for the cabinet. The lock for the cabinet. The lock for the cabinet. The lock for the.
Relazione di questo uomo. Diciamo se no.
It's open.
È lui, padre Mattias, che vedrà. E solo sarà mai
Let's have a look
dimenticato.
then. This is That's where
coda
the
delle
part
sue
about the
azioni
order seems to begin. Only the
e in più
brave
il destino della
actions of
nostra
this
società.
valiant man preserved
C'è
us from
un solo
Mordred.
uomo.
It is to him, Father Matthias,
Infatti,
that we
se non
owe
si
for
sia
our
in
life and
grado
freedom.
di
Let
esistere,
his name not be forgotten, no less his doings,
è
which we
fondata una
carry
società
with us in our
segreta,
hearts.
sono più
But
onorevoli
nevermore shall the
della nostra
destiny of our community lie on the shoulders of one man alone. A man who may not possess the strength of Father Matthias and cannot withstand the powers of evil as he
Ok.
did. Therefore, a secret society shall be founded. The most decent and brave men of our community shall belong to it. They shall guard the academy
Costoro saranno
and the key,
discendenti
the sacrifice room and the scriptures.
dello
They
spirito,
shall be
anzi,
the very men that
se
stand between the
stesso.
world and the abyss. They shall pass their knowledge of Mordred and his dark forces from generation to generation. They shall be the descendants of Father Matthias in
Mi stanno
both
dando la
spirit and
caccia.
action,
Nintendo
for he gave himself for the well-being of us all.
spiriti
Does that
maligni.
mean the Order want to prevent Mordred from gaining power again? 100-year-old crazy ass. Crazy. But assuming the people in the Order really believe in it, then why are they after me? I don't intend to bring Mordred or any other bad spirits back into the world. And
Vediamo.
even if, how could I? These guys are completely nuts. People have been murdered here because of this ghost story. And Angelina,
Basta,
does she
di
believe in
tutto
this?
questo leggerò in solo 2 parti.
Time that I ask her just that. We're gonna meet at the lighthouse soon.
Passi di lì.
A run-of-the-mill wooden board. It's part of the
Ok.
sewing machine. I'm sure no one will notice if this piece of wood goes missing. I'll take it.
Batteria è spenta.
Still the same weird shredding machine as yesterday.
Cosa ho visto? Mm.
Still the same weird shredding machine as yesterday. The window seems to be my only possibility to escape. Unfortunately, it's a
Muoio
little high up.
dentro?
The shredder's covered.
Sì.
Huh. There are 2 metal strips. One on the wall and one on the window. That's gotta be a pretty simple alarm. As soon as you open the window, the contact is broken and the alarm is triggered. As soon as I open the window...
Scendo, mi infilzo, muoio, ma...
As soon as I open the window, the electrical circuit...
Cosa c'è qua dentro? La carta di gomma masticata.
The cupboard wasn't such a bad. Huh. Hardly anything in it. Oddly surprising, considering how little seems to go on here. Huh.
MacGyver
I
intensified.
can see a tissue, some pieces of paper, and a chewing gum wrapper. Chewing gum, wrapped in aluminum foil. I just need a paper clip and then I can build an atomic bomb.
Ok.
The windows are closed off with heavy shutters, and they're probably alarmed. I'll not get out of there unnoticed. The door will be locked, and I guess it's also alarmed. I have to find myself another. Nothing in it, of course.
Ok.
You can't say movies on
E ce la
education.
scappiamo.
That should be enough. The electricity will be conducted through the aluminum foil, even when the
Chi c'è
window's
qui?
open.
Se gira nel
That
buio,
went well.
configura a sinistra.
I should probably...
Potete muovere.
Satan!
Not again.
From days
Mai alla
gone
luce si
by
mostrerà
till
e
days
mai
be
la
done.
fine arriverà.
The same befalls each golden sun. A silent shadow
Verranno
hanging long.
sussurrate gli spiriti della foresta.
Gripping terror doth grow and grow. Never
I
cast
fantasmi
into the light.
intuica delle
Never
orribili
is
facce
an
bianche
end in
nella
sight.
foresta, vicino alla
What?
miniera infestata.
What did you say? Where do you know this poem from?
The spirits of the forest whispered it to me.
Spirits of the forest?
Attieni all'ordine
What's all that garbage?
Ghosts in robes.
e niente.
They've got horrible white faces. In the forest, near the haunted mine.
Hey, wait! Do you belong to the Order? Hello?
Fatemi salvare. Ma mi sa che appunto salteremo al capitolo.
That was the poem that Reginald Boris had on it.
Giusto?
He probably
No.
belongs to the Order. And the bum said he heard the poem near the mine. I should
Spiriti.
go and have a look around there before I go and meet Angelina. So it's here.
Yeah, sto solo impazzendo.
Man, what's wrong with me? If I was
Speriamo.
superstitious, I'd say a couple of ghosts just tried to make contact with me. But let's be rational here. Probably just losing my mind. Fantastic. Oh well. Hopefully it's just lack of sleep and the exhaustion.
I don't like it either, but it was right to send it.
Members of the Order, I gotta
Questa
hide.
storia, ok.
Once they opened the grave and the boy wasn't in it, I knew this would happen.
But he was so far away.
Non
Isn't
fa
it
alcuna
possible that the curse
differenza.
hadn't taken control of him?
She sees it differently. Otherwise, she wouldn't have tried to keep him captive.
Psst, she's coming.
Anche una bibliotecaria conosce
We thought we
perfettamente la
should meet
storia
in the
del
mine today, due to the weather. Is that okay with you?
It makes no difference.
I should have guessed. Miss Valley's behind all this. She's Little Vic's sister. She's been really involved in the whole thing. And of course, being a
Vediamo.
librarian, she knew the Order's history. She must have convinced a few people from the village to get involved. Then, for whatever reason, they've targeted me.
Quanta
And
gente?
this Miss Valley will stop at nothing. I'm sure of that.
Ben 5 persone.
Angelina and her way. I gotta find out.
Hai saputo qualcosa dal Galles? Oh my god.
What does this
In
mean?
giro,
Why are we
il
having
peggiore
this
è che
meeting?
lui è
Is it
scappato.
something new for Reginald?
What about the girl? Is she really here again?
Have you heard anything from
Il
Wales?
pericolo è vicino,
There's some
molto
bad
vicino.
news. Brother Reginald
Sia
is
la
dead.
ragazza che il
What
nostro
the bloody
amico
hell
americano
did you just say?
Oh my god.
abbiamo creato
But
degli
this
ultimi
is
anni.
not the time
Diciamo che
for
dovremmo
mourning. The
rincorrere
girl is still
misure
snooping around
drastiche.
here, and what's worse, he has escaped.
Non abbiamo
Oh.
altra scelta.
What are we gonna do if he finds out?
Silence. The danger is near. Very near.
È
Both the
lui!
girl and our American friend could destroy everything we've created over
Non
the
vogliamo
last few
farti del
years.
male.
I'm afraid we're forced into taking drastic measures.
Fate
But we
attenzione.
can't.
We've got no other choice.
I better get out of here.
What was that?
Someone there? It's him!
Stop
Darren,
it! Door.
it's all
The
right.
door.
We're not
Don't
going
let
to
him
hurt
escape.
you. Be careful!
E come?
You've got no chance.
Possiamo salvare?
I said stop him!
Don't let him escape!
Possiamo salvare.
Damn!
He mustn't escape.
I'm out of here.
Ne abbiamo 26. Ok. Giusto? Sì, abbiamo 26. Rimaniamo qua. Esci. Sì. Perfetto. Fine. Allora, io vi ringrazio tantissimo a tutti quanti e ringrazio anche Luca Di Massimo di essere passato di qua. Io vi lascio in compagnia di Crostan e vi auguro un buon proseguimento di serata e una buona notte. Ok?